Welcome, everybody, to the Jim Masters Show Live. It's great to have you with us today. It is Sunday. How are you and you and you? We toast all of you. We welcome all of you to our Sunday night episode of our entertainment lifestyle talk show series that we have done for just about 24 weeks. And I was looking at the episodes, and we have done something like 200 episodes, which I cannot believe. It's unbelievable. And we've done these every single day. We come to you live from the home studio with entertainment, inspiration, positivity, levity, light, education, information, knowledge building, and a good time. This is a time live where anything can happen, as you know, especially on the internet. And we have amazing, great guests. We've had a spectacular Sunday along the coast here. Our show generates from the greater New York City area along the southern New England coast between New York and Boston in the United States of America. And we broadcast worldwide. We've got an audience that's international, reaching all points of the globe. And so many people are continuing to discover the show. And I absolutely love that. So it's fall here. The fall foliage is really beautiful in these parts here in the northeastern United States. I hope you had a good day and a great weekend thus far. And wherever you are around the world, we toast you and we welcome you. And of course, we do it in style, right? So we've got our nice fancy glass here, and we toast you and you and you and you and you as we welcome you to the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. All of your cast of characters are here. Yes, George Burns and Jeannie and Gilligan and Silver and Jimmy, they're all here. We'll show them a little bit later for you. We just want to say welcome. We want to say, hope you're having a good day. And if you're not, this is the place where you're going to smile, you're going to learn something, you're going to be entertained as well. We have an amazing guest, renowned singer and songwriter Julia Hale is here, live and direct from Kansas City. And she has an amazing voice. She's an amazing songwriter, and she's part of this phenomenal group, hi-lux. We're going to learn a lot about her amazing talent. We're going to hear some wonderful performances from her as well. And we welcome her and we welcome you to the show. Some nice comments coming in here already. Kathy Short, hi, Jim and Lovelies from Cleveland. Really nice to see you as well. Hi, Jim. Hope all is well. You too, Kathleen, in New York City. And welcome, Ms. Hale. You are now a Lovety. I already told her to look out that she's going to be welcomed as a Lovety, and she's already excited about that. She said, sign me up. Lovety is where it's at. This is sort of like Lovety Hall. So Dante is in San Diego. Good to see you in beautiful San Diego as well. Sharon says, happy Sunday evening, everyone. Cheers from Mary and Merlin in Canada. Tesla Bella, who was a guest on our show 2 nights ago. Here's to you, Jimmy and Ms. Hale. Let's relax and have some fun. You got it. You were an amazing guest the other night. Loved it. Hey there, Jim and all Loveties from Merlin and Mr. Lovety. So happy to share these conversations with you. Welcome your special guest tonight. And hello, all Loveties. Welcome to the Lovety Hall. Mr. Lovety, Ernestine Webb in North Carolina. Hello to all the Loveties. Hope your weekend has been a great one. Absolutely. You too, Ernestine. Marilyn in Wichita, Kansas. Hi, Jim and all our Loveties. Good to see you. In South Africa, Juanita is here. Good to see you. Love that photo of you with that cool hat. So you got the memo that we're hat people here on the show. Really nice. Hello, Jim and everyone. Hope you had a great weekend. We sure are. I know it's late for you. I know it's like, 1 a.m. in South Africa? So you're a real trooper. Hello, hello, hello from Willie in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, the Amsterdam area. She was born in Amsterdam, but she lives in the greater Amsterdam area in beautiful Holland. Hello, Jim and all Loveties. So good to be here. We're happy that you're here as well. Mary Bishop, Tulips as well from Willie. Mary Bishop, another great night of pleasant conversation and music. And lots more on the Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series that we do every single day here. Everybody's watching on YouTube right now, Jim Masters TV. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, we invite you to do that. We have so many big, exciting announcements and things that are happening behind the scenes with our show. Can't wait to roll all of that out and share that with you. Some big plans with the show, so we're excited and happy that you're a part of it. Greetings, Jim and Lovety friends. We welcome singer-songwriter Julia Hale to the show this evening. Another great night of conversation and music and Lovety Hall ahead. Absolutely. Good to see everybody and lots of new faces I see coming in here as well. And continue those comments. Your mother made the hat. Taking orders. Oh, that's beautiful. Really, really nice. Karen Campbell Green had a beautiful weekend with friends driving around Cabot Trail in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada. 22 degrees Celsius and lots of sun. That sounds beautiful, Karen. Welcome to the show. Marcia Murphy Watson, hi to all. Good to see you as well. Everybody's saying hello. Renee Oscom is here from Iowa. Good to see you as well, Renee. Hope you're doing well. Nice to have you on the show tonight on a Sunday as we have some great music and entertainment. We've had a phenomenal week of guests, haven't we? I mean, it's a phenomenal, 6 months of great shows we've had here on the show. And we're so excited to welcome somebody brand new. Yes, our very special guest, Julia Hale, is here. Let me tell you a little bit about our amazing guest. She really is quite accomplished, and she's friendly and affable and great sense of humor and all those wonderful things you want in an entertainer and a performer. She's an accomplished vocalist with natural ability and training. Julia's career continues to expose listeners to multi-genre music, whether it be through original works or collaborations or expressing the passions of various songwriters. Her talent and tone leave the listener feeling the music deeply. Based in Kansas City, Julia had the city's rich legacy of music to guide her education. After growing an appreciation for classical and jazz music, she began to mix a modern sound with a strong foundation. She comes from a family of accomplished musicians and performers as well. We'll talk about that. Julia has performed in Kansas City for more than a decade, from the soul band The Good Foot to working with the world-renowned jazz trio Diverse. Julia went on to being a founding member of the R&B group The Buzz. That's right. Really cool sound too. In addition to performing with her current band, HAILE, Julia tours the country as a solo artist as well with her fiance, guitarist Tim Braun. We're very excited to welcome her to the show for a great night of conversation, light, levity, love, and levity as we call it here on the show, and great music. A wonderful special guest, live and direct from Kansas City, Julia Hale. Welcome to the show. It's great to have you with us.
Hi, this is so cool.
Isn't it a lot of fun?
Yeah, it's great.
And they already said you're a lovety already.
Oh my gosh, I feel blessed. Truly, truly.
We toast our guests, so welcome to our show. Welcome to Lovety Hall.
Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone for the welcomes. They were very lovely.
It is our pleasure. It is our pleasure, and I'll show you some more of the comments coming in here from everybody. They certainly know how to, this beautiful community we have around the world of great viewers, or as we call them, loveties,
yes,
are so good at welcoming everybody. Merlin in Innerkip, Ontario, Canada. Welcome, Julia, to Lovety Hall. Willie, who is in Holland at 1 a.m. Welcome, Julia. The best show in the world, the Jim Masters Show. Boy, can I print that out and put that on highway billboards or something? That would be nice.
Direct from the viewers.
Direct from the viewers, the Loveties. Welcome to the show, Julia, from Mary Bishop.
Hi, Mary.
Kathleen in New York City. Hi, Julia, and welcome.
Hi, Kathleen.
Marcia Murphy Watson. Hi, Julia.
Hi.
Juanita in South Africa. Welcome to the show, Julia.
Thank you.
And it's late for her there. It's like 1 a.m. there too. From Wichita, Kansas. Welcome, Julia, from Maryland. And North Carolina is in the house. Welcome, Julia, from Ernestine Webb. Kathy Short welcomes you. Welcome, Julia, to the land of Loveties.
That's so great. I can feel the love, truly.
Everybody says that. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Tess LaBella, who's a wonderful actress and performer, voiceover artist, and so much more, comedian. She was on the show 2 nights ago. She's in South Florida. She says, "You are so beautiful, Julia."
Thank you. Thank you.
I tell you, the love is overwhelming, isn't it?
It is. It really is.
Renee in Iowa welcomes you as well. Hi, and Stephen welcomes you from St. Louis.
Yes. Hey, Stephen, what's up?
You know Stephen, right?
I do know Stephen, yeah.
See, that's fantastic. And Christine Clifton in North Carolina. Welcome, Julia, to Lovety Hall. You are now a Lovety.
Oh my gosh.
Not bad, huh? How do we
Not
top
at all. Thank you. Thank you.
And I'm sure, and more of the comments come in throughout the show. It's a very interactive show that we do here. And how have you been,
Oh
through
my
all of
gosh.
this? You and I were just chatting before we went live, talking about, some of the adjustments and the things we all have to do in our jobs and our careers, especially
Yeah.
when you're a performer, where you're used to being out there in studios or on stage or
Yeah.
meets and greets and touring. And you had, everything all lined up for 2020 to get out there and keep going with
Yeah.
HAILE. Tell us about some of the things you're doing now to keep creative.
Sure. Well, things, as you said, everything came to a dead stop. It was like the world kind of was just waiting, and those of us who are used to being on stage kind of had to take a seat for a second and figure something out. So I'm very lucky that I can work from home. We can broadcast from our living room, which is amazing. We can still record and send things back and forth to band members. We can, just events like this, we are online all the time. That's the name of the game. So
Yeah, that's it. We've all had to adapt and pivot in so many different ways.
yeah.
Now, for you, as I mentioned, you come from quite a musical background. I
Mm,
mean, the family, you were surrounded by all of this rich heritage of music.
yes.
Tell us about that early on when you were a child being
Yeah.
exposed to folks who were musicians and singers and performers. That must have been extraordinary for you.
Yeah, I was lucky to have role models who were singing and making music around me, and a family that exposed me to a lot of different kind of art and music. So that's really some of my youngest memories, was going to see my aunt perform, who is a very accomplished operatic singer. Sitting in a concert hall and watching her at a very young age was very inspiring. So I think all of that was creeping in, and I kind of, growing up, just figured, this is what I'm going to do. Like, this is me. I have this voice and I should be singing, and I love it. So why not? So
So, did your family recognize that in you and encourage that early on for you, Julia?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They obviously wanted me to focus on important things, schoolwork and things like that, but they were always very, very encouraging of my singing. So
That's
yeah.
fantastic. So,
Yeah.
early on, what were some of the exposures for you as far as opportunities to sing? Were you sort of in school plays? Were you getting involved in things that were happening at school,
Yeah,
music
yeah.
classes, all kinds of things like that?
Of course, music classes and private piano lessons here and there. I was very involved in choirs, grade school, high school, um, private music voice lessons in high school, and then of course in college. Um, I studied at the conservatory, UMKC, so that was a great experience right here in my hometown. Um, yeah, I tried to be open to everything, and things start one way but they go another, and I have all of that background behind me, kind
Yeah.
of keeping me going, really just keeps me thinking about the past and how to make that present.
How has growing up in a city like Kansas City influenced sort of your choices in music? And I mean, it's a rich city when it comes to culture and music and the arts. I'm
Yeah.
sure that's had a great influence on you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the jazz history, of course. We have a
Yeah.
fantastic opera house, the Lyric Opera, which I did the Lyric Opera summer camp when I was a kid. That was a way to see programs and be a part of a production and meet these great singers. Um, from opera and jazz. Jazz came a little later, kind of being introduced to that. Of course, can't go hang out at jazz clubs when you're 14 years old,
Right.
but. Yeah, it was everywhere, and especially the art world. We have a fantastic museum, the Nelson Atkins, and
Mm.
which always was fusing art and music together. So I got to experience that on that, and in their walls. It's everywhere here.
Mm.
It's you really don't have to go far to find great music and culture.
Who are some of the folks that you really admired and still admire today, whether they're with us still or gone, uh, early on for you? Some of the, I know you, Ella Fitzgerald is one
Oh,
that
sure.
spoke to you. Who else? Who are some of the people that inspired you that
Um,
you've always admired and enjoyed?
Man, I was always drawn to kind of some of these personalities in music too, on the operatic side, Maria Callas, who has had this incredible career, this whole dramatic lifestyle and look, and a voice that could bring a house down.
Yes.
You and someone like Ella, who makes you feel like you're sitting right next to someone having a warm musical moment. Those voices stand out. um I feel like people go through either a Ella Fitzgerald or a Billie Holiday phase, but I went through a
Mhm.
Billie Holiday phase, of course, as well. Some of that music, it's just all around you and you can't deny it.
Mm.
So,
Lena
um,
Horne, Etta
oh yeah,
James, Shirley
yeah.
Bassey. I mean,
Oh my gosh, Shirley
yeah.
Bassey. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
unbelievable, right? I have a
yes.
ton of her music, and every once in a while I put it on, and what a voice, what a
Oh my gosh.
powerhouse of sound. I
It.
know everybody always knows her for the James Bond music, but
Oh
when
sure.
you hear her singing like Beatles tunes and other stuff, it's just like the interpretations are such
Yeah.
unique sound to her voice.
Yeah, it's like she knew how to make it hers instantly.
Right.
It could be no one else. It was her style. Yeah.
And is that what you do? Do you try to find how have you searched for your style? I'm sure, like you say, you try a lot of different things as time goes on, and you learn different songs and different
Yeah.
genres. You sort of tweak a little bit. How do you describe your sound and your presence?
Well, I kind of like a a nice tone. I want to listen to something that's, I mean, I listen to all kinds of music, but in my singing, I think I tested out a lot of genres. I tried my voice at this and that and see but what works for me, but I always came back to my sound. I don't think I manipulate my sound at all. It's what you get. And I'm happy with that. I've worked to learn my voice and know when it's tired and when I can push a little more. And I've learned to listen to my voice. So, um, yeah, I think my sound is my own. I think you could definitely hear the influence of some of those early musicians. But yeah, I think I've worked on having a very clear sound. I want people to enjoy the music I'm making. So I try not to cloud it with too much of what I think should be there.
Now you're a songwriter too. So in terms of writing your own material, what
Hmm.
inspires you when you sit there by the computer or even just pen and paper and
Yeah.
you start to pen some great music? What are some of the things? Are you an observer of life, or is it through your own experiences? Or is it your hopes and dreams for the world? What are some of the things
Yeah.
that inspire you to write the phenomenal music you write?
Well, I think it's changed because I've gone from this idea of, every song I write doesn't have to be the epitome of what I think about love or the epitome of
Right.
what I think about, a relationship or something. I can draw from anything, and I'm trying to let myself draw from anything. Just keep the inspiration coming, whether it be from left or right. So I think I in the moment might feel, oh, this is what I'm feeling right now. I'm going to try to just capture this emotion. Or sometimes I am trying to tell a story from start to finish. It kind of is like a little fable. So I try not just to let myself be open, really, and see what works.
Roberta Gumbel is watching. Julia, you're far cooler than I ever was. Love your opera aunt.
She is incredible. You should have her on the show. She has an absolutely beautiful voice. Beautiful.
Oh, so how are you friends? How do you know each other?
She is my mother's sister. She is my
She
aunt.
is
That she
she
is
is your
the
aunt.
yes,
Wow.
yes.
Aunt
She's
Roberta's
incredible.
here.
Yes, she's
She's
incredible.
watching on YouTube. Welcome. It's nice to hear that she's
Yes.
here. So again, like I was mentioning, the musical family, she's
Yeah,
wow, that's
she's
fantastic.
incredible.
Marcia asks, have you sung At Last? Of course.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah,
Yes. It's one of my favorites.
That's a great one. Merlin in Canada asks, ever Timmy Euro, What's the Matter, Baby? That song. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I have not.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that one too, what that one
Timmy
is.
Euro.
Anne welcomes you as well.
Hi, Anne.
I want to share one of the songs. Now, tell us about this is from HILUX
Hmm.
because you have a solo career, plus you've been part of the Buzz and also HILUX,
Yes.
HI-LUX. How'd you come up
Yes.
with the name? And tell us about this style of music because it is you and your
Yeah.
fiance, right?
Yes, yes. It's
Yeah.
he is the guitar player.
Hmm.
We have, drums, bass, and keys as well. And the name kind of was fashioned out of there is a truck called the Hilux, which has been
Yes.
kind of funny when you Google that.
Yeah.
Um, but we were just looking for something catchy, something memorable. Um, yeah, it kind of just formed one evening. I'm sorry, I don't have a better story than that, but it just came to be.
So so this is your own song, "Don't Blame Me." Tell us about the inspiration for this song, and Tim is on the guitar behind you in this, right? This video,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
that's
Um,
fantastic.
so that song was written kind of as an homage to some of those older tunes. I wanted something smooth and jazz-like, but kind of with a modern twinge. Um, and yeah, it's about living your life freely and not feeling blamed for doing so, and being happy with the decisions you make. So yeah.
Good stuff. All right, here is Julia and Tim Hilux bringing you "Don't Blame Me." Enjoy, everybody, and then we'll be back with Julia to chat some more on the Jim Master Show live. Enjoy.
I never cared for love. I never cared for holding hands. I never cared for cheek to cheek. And I'm never scared between the sheets. So much time chasing happiness, never finding bliss. So when the end begins, don't blame me. Na 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 na. Don't blame me. Na 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 na. Games I learned to play. All those days and nights that slipped away. Those promises I never made to lovers who were too afraid. So much time chasing happiness, never finding bliss. So when the end begins, don't blame me. Na 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 na. Don't blame me. Na 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 na. So much time chasing happiness, never finding bliss. So when the end begins, don't blame me. Na 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 na. Don't blame me. Na 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 na. Don't blame me. Na 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 na. Don't blame me.
Really nice, really nice.
Thank you. Thank you
And
much.
what I really like is the smile on your face while you're listening to it.
Oh yeah. It's
Because it
like,
probably brings you, good memory of when you recorded that and just the whole feeling of that song, right?
yeah. It's always fun to sing. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, and Tim was great on the guitar as well. You play off each other beautifully. It's a
Oh,
nice, combination and collaboration there.
thank
And
you.
some wonderful comments to our interactive, lovely audience here on the Jim Masters Show live. Willie in Holland, clap, 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 loving it.
Thank you.
From Holland, Kathleen in New York City, lovely. Ernestine in North Carolina, very nice, Julia. Now, I don't know if you know Cassandra Bain. She's Lady Bain. She
Mm,
was a phenomenal, she's an R&B sensation as well, an amazing
yeah.
singer-songwriter, a guest on our show. We had a phenomenal time with her just a
Great.
few weeks back. She's now a lovety like you. She watches the show all the time.
Cool.
And Cassandra's here, and she said beautiful. So
Thank
one
you.
artist paying homage to the next, I think, is a beautiful thing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, huh? And she's terrific too. Juanita in South Africa, great song. You have a beautiful, smooth voice. You really,
Thank you.
really do. It is very, very pleasing to the ear. Marcia, clap and clap, standing ovations. More from Willie in the Netherlands. She's loving it too. And there's
You guys are great.
Marcia. I know that everything moves so fast. All these comments, you got guitars and thumbs up from Europe.
Thank you, Willie.
Marcia Watson, a perfect dance song. Love it.
Thank you.
Marilyn in Wichita. Lovely Julia. Merlin, Canada. Beautiful listening music. Enjoying that. Mary Bishop. Beautiful. Julia. Tesla Bella in Florida. Lovely voice.
Thank you, Tess.
Really nice.
Thank you.
If you ever need a pick-me-up, just come on the Jim Masters Show
Man,
live.
I'm feeling
That's all
great.
about. Christine in North Carolina. Julia, a gorgeous and smooth song, beautifully sung. And Kathy Short has given you lots of claps and hearts as well. So you created HAILE, and you guys were going to be touring in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Different cities, different places, and then you had to make the adjustment. Renee in Iowa giving you lots of claps as well. So
thank you, Renee.
Good stuff from around the world. So you had all of this. A lot of people I talked to, they had 2020 was supposed to be like a great year and all this cool stuff and everything. So nobody really knows when to pick things back up as far as going places yet until things are settled and everything is good to go. So you're songwriting, you're doing a lot of things just to keep connected, like you said, which is great, using the internet and other resources to stay connected, right?
Yeah, I mean, you've kind of got to be. That's all the platforms. They all have their benefits, and we want to make sure we can reach as many people as possible. So you're absolutely right. We were ready to hit the road, and I knew when South by Southwest was canceled that we were in for kind of a shock.
The real deal, right? Right. And then they said Carnegie Hall's closing and Broadway shut down, and then all those places. Then and then once Disneyland and Disney World closed, then you're like, I guess this is real.
I'm staying home. So yeah. So we have the YouTube channel. We're working from the house and writing every day, collaborating. Trying to get as much under our belt while we're stuck at home. Then so we can hit the road when we're
ready to go. Right.
Yeah,
absolutely. You also, what I like too is, when you have different opportunities to greet people,
Mhm.
whether it's during the actual concert itself, like the meets and greets after, things of
Mhm.
that nature, you really enjoy that. You really love having that audience and feeding off the energy of the audience,
Yeah.
and meeting the people and hearing their stories. I mean, what happens oftentimes is people then pour their heart out to you and they say, "Oh
Oh
my God,
yeah.
that song touched me here," or "the way you interpreted that song really moved me here." That must be amazing for you, right? It makes it
It
all
is.
worthwhile.
It is. And I will say, to that fellow Lovety that asked, had I sung the song At Last, I was singing one evening and a gentleman said, "Could you sing this? It was one of my late wife's favorite songs. And how do you deny that request?" And it was really moving. We had a moment, we got to chat before and after, and people are missing those moments because when they're not out in venues and hearing songs. So still trying to get to them. So
Right, exactly. Do you
yeah.
remember the first album that you got, that you
Oh my
purchased, that was
gosh.
yours?
Oh my gosh. I specifically remember like really wanting. I was probably even too young for it, but like wanting, like, this is gonna sound so funny, a Paula Abdul tape
Oh,
that
yeah,
my
yeah.
that my parents like were, listening to and things like that. I remember being fascinated with Paula Abdul and Madonna at a very young age. It was just kind of when I was paying attention to that kind of thing. And yeah, I was like, "Can we get this tape?" I was like, very in my small voice. I was probably too young for it, but yeah, it was. I
That's
think that was
cool.
it.
That's a good one to have as a first, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever thought of any of the competition shows, the America's Got Talent and
Oh yeah,
The Voice, and
sure.
you have, yeah.
I have I and I don't know if I can say this. I'll get in trouble for saying this. I don't Simon to come after me, but I feel like they all of those shows really like, that you don't have any freedom after something like that. You're owned by this giant American Idol's just gotcha. So not that I think I would make it to the toppity top, but I don't think I could put
Yeah.
myself through that.
Right, I know
Just
it's not
it
so
would be
easy.
nerve wracking.
Yeah, we had he's in one of the past episodes, Lendell Eugene Murphy Jr., who won
Mm,
the sixth season of America's Got Talent.
yeah.
And yeah, he sort of still, he did what he had to do in the beginning and then
Hmm.
branched out and has created his own thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have another friend, actually, Nick Fradiani Jr., who is a brilliant singer-songwriter too. He's from Connecticut, and he won just a couple seasons back American Idol.
Oh my God.
And same thing. I mean, you get that 1 year of doing the tour and the
Of
group
course.
singing and everything, but and the $1 million,
That's
and
right.
then but he's doing everything himself. Even his father's a singer. He does a lot of collaborations with his dad
That's
of the
cool.
same name. Right now, they're doing a lot of things out of their house because of
Sure.
the everything going on. But same thing, he said that he's not into the whole Hollywood type thing. He's much
Yeah.
more of a grassroots kind of guy. So his music speaks to him and then he
Sure.
develops it. He doesn't really try to, some of the artists don't really want to super over package, overdo stuff. They just want to create music.
Yeah. That's the goal, is how do I enjoy my lifestyle creating what I love. And if it can be grassroots, great. If you're going for American Idol, great. I mean, as long as you're still doing what you want to do as much as you can.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Whatever route works for you.
Yeah.
Here's a really cool shot. Tell us about the venue here and this fantastic night, Julia.
Mm. Oh
I
yeah.
mean, talk
Yeah.
about a shot, huh?
Yeah. That was for the festival Lincoln Calling in Lincoln, Nebraska. They multiple venues. There's a great venue which were there, the Zoo Bar, which has been there. It's a legendary bar. A lot of big names come through the Zoo Bar in Lincoln. And we had played there multiple times before. So we were playing the festival, and it was a crazy night. All bars were packed, people out on the street, venues just spilling over, music coming from everywhere. So this was our set at Lincoln Calling, and it was a very awesome night. It was so much fun.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's a
I love
great
this too.
festival.
Is that the
Yeah.
logo?
Yeah, that's the latest logo we had, done by a local artist, Kelsey Borsch, and with Oddities Prints in Kansas City. They're a fantastic print shop. Yeah, and we, of course, you can see that's based on my face, and we really wanted a great emblem, a great stamp, and the detail is awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
Makes for a great T-shirt.
it really does. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Cool shot here.
Oh yeah, that is my friend Herman Mahari, who is a internationally known trumpet player. He was in Kansas City and now lives in Paris. And that was a house show that we did a couple years ago. It was kind of a costumed deal, so hence the fur and gold there.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Beautiful set, homemade set in the background, and really just a jam session. It was cool.
Be cool to get him on the show too. I love trumpet.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. He just came out with a new album. He's
Did he?
great. Yeah.
That's awesome. Is he from Kansas City too?
He studied at the conservatory. He wasn't born in Kansas City or didn't grow up in Kansas City, but yeah, went to the conservatory and then relocated and has a fabulous career.
Nice career going. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Love that shot.
Yeah, that's the whole band. That's hi-lux, at one of our local spots here that we hung around for a night to take some photos. Got some really cool shots, and yeah, we just.
So Tim is on the left, right? And who are the rest of the gang?
Yes, that is Nick Howell in the background with the glasses. He is our keys player. He also plays trumpet, and is a mean tambourine player. The other side in the back there is Kian Byrne, who was a part of the Elders that we mentioned. And then up front on bass is Dan Loftus, who's a fantastic bass player and great singer. Kian and Dan do background vocals. It's really fun to sing. Yeah, that's
So how did everybody come together? Did everybody know each other? Were you friends? Were they friends of yours, friends of Tim's, friends of both? How did it all pull together?
So the band Goodfoot, Tim and Nick and I were all in that band. And we've known Kian and Dan. They have a reggae band, the New Rhythm, that they're in. We've all been friends and working together for over the years. Oh gosh, over almost a couple decades. Just playing in different bands and starting different projects. And we did a really fun Amy Winehouse tribute show a few years back before hi-lux, and yeah, we were always just putting things together. So this kind of
that's cool. That's a really great shot.
Yeah.
Here's another one here.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, we had fun. We tried to do some fun ones, and that little lot we were on was fun. It had some cool places to shoot around. It was really nice.
I like the expressions on everybody's faces too. Really cool. So, somebody asked, are you Missouri or Kansas for Kansas City?
Kansas City is on the Missouri side, so we are very close to Kansas, but Kansas City is in Missouri.
Is actually Missouri, right?
Yes.
Do some people get that confused? Do they think Kansas City is also in Kansas?
Well, it is confusing because there is a Kansas City, Kansas. It is very small,
and it has nothing to do with the city, the major city of Kansas City, right?
No, we're very close, but
not
the bigger. Kansas City is in Missouri. Yeah,
exactly. I think it was Merlin in Canada wanted to know.
Yeah.
Cool shot there. Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Is that a promo shoot or what was that?
No, I try to do some of my own photography. Just I realized I did that a lot when I was younger, just kind of playing around with shots and filters and things like that. So just again getting creative while I can't go meet a photographer out in the studio.
Right.
Kind of gotta do it yourself. So
it's cool. So you're using special effect lighting and it's really cool.
Anything I can get my hands on.
And That's it. I know, like off the wall, like I said, with things in the
Exactly.
house. Um, Kathleen says, cool photos. Merlin asks,
Thank
do
you.
you sing reggae at all?
Um,
Hmm.
I have not.
Yeah.
Well, so the friends that have the reggae band have jumped up on stage with them a couple times. But one of the song "Don't Blame Me" we actually had remixed by the dub legend Lee Scratch Perry. So there is a version of that song with this kind of reggae dub legend, and it has that kind of feel. So it was nothing, we never kind of ventured really into trying to make that kind of music, but it happened kind of
Yeah.
naturally. It was pretty cool.
That's
So,
fantastic. Here's
yeah.
another, a couple of people have said that the camera loves you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Really nice, right?
Yeah. Oh,
That's a
yeah.
cool shot.
Yeah, that bar is like I said, legendary. There's pictures on the wall of decades worth of people coming through Zoo Bar in Lincoln.
Mm,
Yeah, it was a great night.
that's fantastic. Awesome
Yeah.
stuff. Would you ever consider anything like a musical or Broadway, or like if you were to be part of a cast, if they said, gee, we want you to be one of the performers in
Sure.
this production of such and such. Is that
Yeah.
something you would ever look
You know,
into? Yeah.
in the last few years, while I've been really busy doing uh working with bands and my own stuff, it's really been I wanted to commit to the rehearsals and things like that, but I just haven't had that opportunity yet. I've kind of looked around for some. I think Lyric was doing Porgy and Bess a few years ago, and I was like, should I audition? No, well, I've got this coming up, so I haven't yet. I'm very open to it because I miss doing things like that. I haven't been part of a cast for a while, so.
Do you like acting too? Is acting something that you also enjoy?
Yeah, I've done a little bit of it. I've done a few, voiceover gigs and
It's a good
um, a,
area. Yeah,
yeah, and a couple commercials too, which are fun. We've got the big Hallmark company in Kansas City,
that's right.
so I was a part of one of their ads a few years ago, and so I when stuff like that comes along, I jump at it because it's super fun. Yeah.
One of my colleagues actually at one of the TV stations I worked with, she was from Topeka, and
Mm.
her almost her entire family worked for Hallmark.
Oh
It's such a
yeah.
major employer, and
Yes. Yeah.
well, this crowd, they love the Hallmark Channel. They
It's a
love
great
the
show.
Lifetime movie network.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so they're probably going to ask you, would you ever be in a Hallmark movie?
I would love to be in a Hallmark movie.
That would be
Yes.
great, right? And here's another cool one. This one, when you sent this along, I love this one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just another, trying to make things work, trying to I like having flowers around my house, so if I
Hmm.
can incorporate those into a shot, why not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now, is there anybody that, I mean, obviously you have your fantastic group that you're with HAILE, but
Hmm.
if you had an opportunity to maybe a dream duet, male or
Mm.
female, uh,
Mm.
is there somebody that is around today that you would love the opportunity to do a duet with if that ever came to pass?
Oh man. I really love the artist Daniel Caesar.
Hmm.
He's fantastic. I got to see him live at a festival a few years ago, and I lost it. It was great. He's
Yeah.
fantastic, and I love his music. It just seems very truthful, and I love his voice. I would love to do a duet with him. Um, Man, I there are a couple people I'd love to like write songs for. I something happens and it pops up in my head, and I'm like, dang, how do I get in touch with Billie Eilish? I think she would really like this song. So I have that working in the back of my head, and it's like at some point I'm gonna get these songs. I just want you to sing it, and if you could just, that would be great.
Right.
So
Right, exactly.
just
And for
writing for
those
some
who aren't
people.
familiar with that process, is that a very difficult process because those artists receive so many submissions
Oh
probably?
yeah.
How does that work? Do you just send it along and hopefully it gets to them, or
I think it's going through those proper channels, of course, but then also it's you know throwing a message out on social media and hoping it hits the right ears or the closest person. I in this day and age, I feel like anything is possible. You definitely hear about sensations popping up like that, or these sensational stories where people took a chance and it panned out. So I'm constantly looking for that opportunity.
Well, look where Justin Bieber came from,
Right?
YouTube, right? He just
Yeah.
put some videos on YouTube, and or is
Yeah.
it Justin Timberlake and Usher both, saw him, and I think he went with Usher.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, that's with the internet now and
It
YouTube and all
it
that,
happens.
we're all being seen and all being,
Mm-hmm.
viewed, and it's a cool thing. You can get work out there that maybe would have been harder to get out there.
Absolutely.
In some of the traditional ways. We have another one from HAILE. This one's really cool. Tell us about Revolution.
Yeah. Well, that is one of our newest songs. We put it out with a local company, the Record Machine, in early March. So just before everything kind of shut down and we all had to scurry home, we released the song it's on Spotify, Apple Music. And yeah, it was, of course, a homage to our current situation, our current climate in the world. Things are changing, and we wanted to let the world know that we know it's changing, and we're going to be a part of that change. So
That's right. It sure is.
yeah,
So we're going to celebrate that right now
yes, we
with our
are.
wonderful guest, Julia, and everybody watching around the world. Here is Julia HAILE with Tim, of course, and Revolution, one of their newest. So this is sort of like a Jim Master Show Live world exclusive premiere.
It is. Thank you.
You're welcome. Here we go.
That soon the day would come. Now there's nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. Can't escape, your fortune has been told. Time to pay all the sins you've sown. Now turn around, stand your ground. The time for action has begun. It's a revolution. Now you're scared. Welcome to my dream. Your nightmare is my reality. You can't escape. Your fortune has been told. Time to pay for all the sins you've sown. Turn around, stand your ground. The time for action has begun. It's a revolution.
Mhm. That is really nice. And I
Thank you.
like just the way it ends. I just like the way it ends.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
Thank
So
you.
And lots of great smiles and claps and microphones and guitars and hearts from Canada and
Thank you.
Bernadette and Sherry says
Thank
such a
you.
beautiful voice. Really, you do a very distinctive
you.
sound. There's a clarity and a smoothness and a warmth, and there's a
Thank you.
depth to your voice. A depth meaning like all of the words are being interpreted in such a way that are so meaningful. I don't know if people have said this to you or if they've picked it up, but I'm
No.
picking that up and just listening that, I mean, when you're singing, the audience, the listener is like totally focused on your voice and totally focused on just the whole presence. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Not always easy to achieve that.
Thank you. Thank you. I think I've definitely had to practice. I think that comes with a calm sense of knowing what you're doing and trying to put your message in the ear of the listener. So
Exactly right. Exactly. Any other possible duets that you would love to?
oh man.
Anybody that's no longer with us that you wish you could have?
Oh, yeah, man.
I know there's so many, huh?
There are a lot. I mean, you know what? I actually, for the first time recently, just watched the Elton John movie. You know,
Yeah.
and it was fantastic. And I someone recently is now like doing a collaboration with him, and I was just like, man, Elton John would be like, that would be crazy. Like, you know, I'm thinking about these giants in music that still are very much with us and still very much working with.
Lionel Richie.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Still going. Smokey Robinson. These guys are still
Yes.
doing it. They're still
Stevie
performing.
Wonder, you know,
Stevie Wonder.
they're incredible. Yeah, I just there are so many. There are so many. Yeah.
Are there any dream venues for you? I would love it if we performed there. And it could be anywhere around the world. Are there places where you hope someday you're on that stage or in that location?
Jim, can I say, I need to get back to that question because my device here is losing power and I do not want to lose power.
So you're going to charge it up?
Yeah. Can you
That's
give me
happened
a
before.
second?
Yeah, you go charge it up.
Okay,
And,
I just gotta
that's
grab
a good
cord.
teaser question. That's a good, like
now
on
I
the
can think about it.
I could think about Carnegie Hall and other places.
Oh my gosh. Oh yes. Yes.
So you go charge up and I'll talk to the Lovedies.
Thank you. I will be right back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, on our show, the guests always end up exiting the chair and we get to see the chair. That's a beautiful chair that she has there, right? That area where she is, actually, she said, is where they do recording of the music. Juanita says, talking about the James Bond soundtrack, this song would be perfect. I agree. Rocket Man, that would be a cool one too. Absolutely. If you're just joining us, a very special guest, Julia Hale. She's an amazing singer-songwriter, part of the group HAILE, and she's live and direct from Kansas City, Missouri, her hometown. And we're having a good time with her. We're sharing some great music with you guys on a Sunday night, learning about her passions, and we're also learning about her upcoming projects too. And, a lot of people are creating while they are sort of homebound. I mean, I've been working out of the house a lot too, hosting daily radio shows for my professional work, doing scripts, doing voiceover work, some television work as well. And then, of course, this show as well. So while she's charging things up, how are you guys doing? Are you charged up? Did you have a good day today? It's wonderful to have all of you here. We got claps coming in from Kathleen. I agree with you, Marilyn. Definitely a lovely, smooth voice Julia has. Beautiful voice as well. Absolutely. And Sherry says, not sure why I just thought about exit stage left. You did exit stage left. That was right. That was left.
So funny.
She just went to powder her nose. That's all.
That's right. That's right.
All this bright lighting sort of just melts it right off. So we were just having fun with the viewers. We were talking about some of those dream venues where you'd
Yes.
really love to perform. Tell us about that
Hmm.
list you may have, that bucket list.
You know, let's see. I Because it's local, I would love to perform at our Sprint Center here because it's right down the street from me, and I see so many people outside excited for a show that they're going in to see, and it's it's not legendary by any means, but people have so much fun there, and it's local, and we've had a lot of great bands come through. I would love to play. You know what? There is a little bar in Brooklyn called Pete's Candy Shop,
Hmm.
and it's got this great little hall. It's a tiny place, and I love venues like that. I love quirky little, I have never needed a big stage to have fun, so I like those hole in the wall places, and it's a lot of great people have come through and played there, but it's just a small New York place, and it would be so much fun. I feel like I would have made it on a certain level if I could hit all these little places I've seen traveling and get to perform there. There's
Well, has there ever been that thought of New York, LA, as far as moving, or even
Absolutely.
Nashville, or?
Sure, sure. I definitely had that growing up, and especially, when you're looking at colleges and music schools, and you want to go to a coast, and I definitely considered that and applied to some of those places. I'm glad I stayed in Kansas City because the I think the education I got at the conservatory was outstanding for being, I mean, as a local place, I've got this great education waiting for me down the street. And I think Kansas City is a great home base. Like we've talked about the history that's here. There's no shortage of things to learn in Kansas City, and let's face it, its cost of living is way
Yeah,
farther down. So
right.
I
Exactly.
I've toyed with that in the past,
How
and
about Chicago? Do you
yeah,
go into Chicago too?
I love Chicago. It's a great city, and I love coming home to Kansas City though.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's there, and it's their roots, and it's in the
Yeah,
middle, so you can sort of go west if you want, go east, and then come home
yeah.
in the middle. And have you ever been in a tornado or seen one?
No, no, I have not.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely had those scares over the years. Like, let's go to the basement. Some relatives in Oklahoma. I remember having
Oklahoma, yeah.
shelters in their
Hmm.
backyards. But no, thankfully, I have not been a part of one.
Is
So,
it yeah? I was on a TV shoot with a colleague of mine, and we were in Wichita, Kansas, which was a cool
mhm.
place. It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And we kept saying, oh, because we've seen, obviously, being on the East Coast here, we've seen hurricanes and we've seen
Hmm.
snowstorms.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about it. A hurricane that comes through once in a while, it's not something all the time. We'll
Right.
get like a nor'easter, we'll get the snow, we'll get some heat. Um, Sometimes you get some of these windstorms that are a little wacky too, but
True.
in 2020, I mean, anything happens this year.
That's true. Yeah.
When we were in Wichita, we were like, oh, gee, we kind of cool to see a tornado, but one that's like way off in the
Yeah.
distance and just like a field just
Yeah.
comes down and
No
just,
danger.
and
Just
then the people at the hotel were like, are you kidding me? No, you do not want to see a tornado of any kind, even off in
oh,
a field anywhere. And then as soon as they said that to us, you know what happened?
uh,
Sirens started going off in the
oh my
town,
gosh.
and the sky started getting dark with those green bubbly clouds. And the
Nope.
people in the hotel were like bringing in the lawn chairs. It's like, well,
They were
what's
like,
going
look
on?
what
They
you
said,
did. You
you
brought them
guys
here.
wanted to see a tornado just for the sake of it, because
No.
I love weather too. I used to do weather,
Yeah.
and but fortunately, it never developed.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing developed. It was, they probably get the sirens going off all the time, but it never
Mm-hmm.
developed. But it was close, too
No.
close. And
No.
then actually, a month later was when it hit Oklahoma, and it hit
Yeah.
more. and those, remember the F5s and all that hit
Oh
more
my gosh.
Oklahoma and Oklahoma City, like a month later in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You know, Wichita is not that far away from Oklahoma City. So we were like, no thanks. We'll
Too
just
close.
watch it on the Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
and we'll watch the Storm Chaser guys on YouTube who do those incredible videos where they're right up and close with a tornado.
I guess
No
I
thanks.
understand the thrill they're seeking, but
Just like,
I don't need to be that close.
nah.
That is Mother Nature at her most furious, and I don't want to be
And
there.
the hurricane, those hurricane hunters that fly into the center of the hurricane to get the readings.
Oh
God
my
bless
gosh.
those people,
Yes,
huh?
we need that information, but I'm
But God
thankful it's
bless
you.
them.
Yeah.
Yes. Or like Renee says, inland hurricanes. I think it's a derecho. They had one come through Iowa, and it
Oh
did a lot of devastation. Absolutely.
gosh.
Antonio, who's a fabulous friend and a wonderful chef. Hi, Julia. Nice to listen to your journeys.
Thank you.
Yes, we're going to have him come
Hi.
on. He's going to make some food for us. This is a food-loving audience.
Oh, yes.
If you mention any food, you're going to see a whole
Oh my gosh.
bevy of comments. What are some of your favorite foods? What is your go-to?
Well, you know what? Today it is like 48 degrees and cloudy in Kansas City, and I am craving gumbo.
Mm,
So that
mm,
is what I will be
mm,
making soon. My grandfather was from New Orleans, and I grew up eating his gumbo and my mom's, and now
mm,
I am craving it. That hit today, so I've got to make some
yeah,
soon.
yeah. The chill is in the air. The fall's
Yes.
here. So yeah, I'm like that. Gumbos and soups and mashed
Mm-hmm.
potatoes and beef
Yes.
stews. All of that sort of hearty comfort
Yes.
food is
I am
just
a summer loving person. I like the heat, but the food in the fall is enough to make it worth it.
Are you, do you have any specialties that you make?
Mm.
Things that you're known for?
Um, well, I don't know. I like to experiment. I do a lot. I love. I was looking at recipes today. Like it's the weather is time. I've never done anything with a butternut squash, so I'm thinking,
Oh,
how can
yeah.
I experiment with that? Found
Yes.
a great risotto recipe that I might try. So I man, I like to try my hand at everything.
You take a butternut squash. They're difficult to slice in half because they're so thick. But if you
Yeah.
get it sliced in half, you slice it in half, and then you shell out the seeds,
Hmm.
and you put some butter in the middle of the little depression, and
Yeah.
maybe a little cinnamon, maybe a
Oh my
tad of
gosh.
sugar, just a little bit, and wrap it in tin foil and put it in the oven.
Oh my
And when it
gosh.
comes out, really
That's
incredible. And
simple, perfect.
simple, perfect, and a butternut squash soup. Have you ever
Yes.
had that?
I've had it, but I've never tried to make it. So that's I'm interested to just try to work with the whole deal. Let's see what I can make.
Wow, Iowa, they've got snow on the
Ooh,
ground. Chicken soup for supper. That sounds good. That
yes.
that sounds good.
There's nothing like
Wow.
chicken soup. Man.
So, what are some of the things that inspire you?
Mm,
Obviously, your fiance Tim, and it's wonderful that you guys are so in tune with everything because you're collaborating and you're creating, and that's a really beautiful thing to be able to do to create
yeah.
music together.
Yes.
That's great for a relationship too. And who are some other folks that inspire you? In addition to loved ones, folks that just and things in life that inspire you. When you wake up in the
Yeah.
day, there's different things that inspire you.
Sure. I'm really, we're everyone's on this journey,
Self
we're
journey. Yeah.
yeah, we're all kind of looking inward and
Yeah.
trying to find some peace in this crazy world. That the self-care boom is real and it's important. So I'm really trying to be in tune with my thought process. Writing a song might start with of course journaling and just writing page after page of thoughts and trimming down and looking for those key words that stand out to me and how I want to make that how I want to develop those thoughts. So I really am taking inspiration from listening to myself and my own intuition and really trying to what the world is feeling, like who do I want to make music for and who do I want to listen and what do I want them to feel. And Um, right now it's a mix of wanting to feel connected to people because we're so separate, but also wanting to give people something to smile about. And music does that. As we know, we what do we do when we're sad? We turn to music. So um
Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to make a mix of things that are reflective, but also can kind of, mirror the joy that we can still feel. So
What are some things that you've learned about yourself during all of this? Like you said, it's so true, Julia, that there is this real self reflection that's happening. A lot of people are, some people are even totally changing what they're doing
mhm,
in their lives. They're saying, gee, I've always been doing that just because I've had to do that, but
yeah,
that's not really been fulfilling me. That's not been filling my cup, filling my heart, filling my soul. And
exactly.
now that there is this time, and it's a rough time, and it's horrific in many ways, but still, they're taking time to say, going forward, what
Mm,
are some of the things I want to do that really fill my heart and soul? What are some
yeah.
things you discovered about yourself during all of this that we've been experiencing this crazy year?
Yeah. Um, I think I'm realizing now, of course, those things like when do I work best? When am I at my most artistic, if I can even, put a time frame on that, or when does my brain functioning and wanting to create music? And I've learned that I need to open that channel and really just keep it coming. I am constantly having ideas, and why not jot down every little thing? Why not express or see how far you can take any thought and turn it into something beautiful. Like I was saying, I think inspiration comes from just about everywhere, and why shouldn't it? So why not explore how I do that best and how I take that inspiration? So I've kind of learned to look at my habits and say what's working and what's not, and what can I change? What do I want to change? And how do I get more out of myself? How do I challenge myself now that I don't have as much outside influence asking as much of me? How do I challenge myself to bring forth more music? Um, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, we're really like 6 months in, 7 months into this process, and I think we're all kind of going, well, why not?
Yeah,
Why not do what I want to do?
right, exactly. Some
Our
of the
happiness is on promise.
exactly right. Some of the guests I've had, because we have guests from all walks of life on the show, but
Mm,
those who are in the performance realm, some of them have said that they've gone through a little bit of depression,
oh, sure.
anxiety through
Yeah,
all of this. The horrific nature of everything we're seeing, breaking
of
news, turn
course.
on the TV, and the whole thing's upside down in so many
Mm-hmm.
areas of our lives. Um, and the lack of the contact with people,
Yeah.
not only just loved ones and friends and relatives that you can't really necessarily go see, but um, the energy of the audience, having
Mm,
the audience in front of you, hearing the roar of the crowd and the
yeah.
smiles. And is that for you? Has that impacted you? And are you missing that? And
Yeah.
because some have said, okay, I forgot which one it was about a month ago, said, okay, when it first happened, okay, we understood that this was serious and all of these things, but
Mm-hmm.
now it's like going into fall, it's getting colder,
Yeah.
we're worried about flu season and all these other things coming in
Right.
concurrently. Uh, and it's going on like so long now that they're
Mm-hmm.
getting worn out a little bit because they're not getting that recharge. And
Yeah.
some have even said that even the online stuff that they're doing, though they're liking it and it's keeping them connected, it doesn't fully give them the juice that they get when they're right there with everybody in
Yeah.
front of them. How about you?
Yeah, I'm for sure missing that interaction. It is I don't think we realized. I mean, obviously, we're trying to take these punches as they come, but truly, this is the time we're realizing, wow, we kind of had summer to distract us. The we can be outside, we can gather safely in our backyards. We still had some activities to cling to, and now that you're exactly right, things are slowing down. It's cold. We want to be having dinner parties and being at intimate shows, and it is terrible. It's really, I kind of had to say, well, even if I can't do that, I can see these people online. It's up to me to pick up the phone or start the FaceTime or do the live streams. Like if I want that connection, I have to go hunting for it. And sadly, I think people just get isolated, and it's not always easy, but um we're going to keep going. We're going to keep trying. I think hopefully it won't be as bad as we all, you know. Hopefully some things will turn around in the next couple months and we'll all feel a little lighter. Some good news is bound to come. So
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. Positivity and inspiration all the way.
Yeah.
You must also like mentoring others. Could you see yourself teaching young minds and showing others how to perform and sing and entertain one
Yeah.
day as well? You probably have,
I
little girls come up to you and say, "How do I do what you do,
Oh,
Julia?"
sure,
This type
sure.
of thing.
I definitely, I've had few and far between students in the past, and it's always fun working with someone who's really excited about their voice and excited to get into singing. Um, and I do foresee myself doing more of that, especially since it's going to be, can't have a singing lesson face to face for a while. People are looking for that at home. Um, I do like that. I love conversing with someone about like what they're interested in and how to get your voice to do certain things. It's always fun discovering those. I had so much fun working with my voice when I was younger. Because you find a lot out about yourself in those kind of lessons. So I hope to be a part of some sort of teaching program. Or I try to speak to as much of that as I can when someone does, come up to me or want advice. And I just try to be truthful and point them in the right direction. And also, if they need my help, I'm there.
And I mean, that's the key because you had the inspiration growing up with these wonderful family members and others who inspired you, right? And then you
Yeah.
went off and got the training and got all the experience. What are some things that you've learned about the business
Mm,
itself that maybe has surprised you in either
sure.
direction?
Um, I think, and especially in this day and age, there are there are certain things you have to do. Like certain things that are, you know,
Par for the
etiquette.
course. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, some of those things you just got to do. And also I think people are just taking more chances these days. Like, we discussed, it's getting an idea to the right person, or jumping in and saying, "Hey, I want to make this collaboration happen. What can we do?" It's really all about taking matters into your own hands. And I think obviously the younger generation understands that more than myself and those a little older than me, but we have the world at our fingertips here. So why not, put your work out and then go for more.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah.
Merlin in Canada asks, "Do you sing in church? Do you sing gospel? Do you get into singing in church? Were you raised
I
in church
I
singing?"
did, yeah. I sang in choirs. I cantored. I did things like that. Of course, you learn a lot of music that way. Praise bands in high school, and wonderful choral music in college. I'm not singing at any. I was doing a great program. Center for Spiritual Living has a I was singing for them on their services some months, and I miss that interaction, that spiritualness surrounded by singing. It's definitely a vibe that I miss.
Well, it's a beautiful one,
Yeah.
obviously. Um, what are some of the blessings and the joys in your life
Mm,
that surround you, that just give you that passion to continue to create
mm,
and to share with us all this beautiful, fantastic music?
yeah. Well, I feel incredibly blessed. I'm healthy. I have my health. I have
Yeah.
managed to stay healthy through this time. Um, I have a wonderful partner in music that I get to create with when some people don't have that outlet. You know, we can get together and sing a song so easily, and that is so uplifting. Um, I have that wonderful connection with other musicians in town, and we're such a supportive group. I want to be at my friends' shows. They want to be at our shows, but we're constantly, bouncing around trying to see and support each other, and seeing the Kansas City musical community still really thrive during all of this is truly awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really can't complain. I am surrounded by good things, and you know, the bad is always going to be there, but we have music to fall back on, so that is a blessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kathleen, no, I was thinking about this too, and Kathleen
Mm,
brought it up. Good question. Would
mm,
you do a Christmas album?
mm.
Yeah. She also asked, is there anybody else's music you'd like to sing other than your own?
Yeah, yeah. I
So
am
yes and
actually
yes, right?
I've been contemplating a Christmas stream for sure. I mean, some of our favorite Christmas music was written in a wonderful time, and I love I love some of the classics. I truly do. So I think there's some Christmas in the works this year for sure. Um, and other people's music, I've sung in cover bands, you know, for years, and so I've gotten to do a lot of repertoire from other artists. And one person I love doing is an artist named Ann Peebles, who had a huge collection of music, and she just had this unique voice. This kind of tell it like it is mentality, and just funky, cool music. And I do a few of her songs that I always love doing, because it's fun. um yeah, so
Yeah.
I kind of lock into certain people at times, and then like collect songs to do, and then just keep those with me, and uh, created a nice little songbook.
Absolutely. Christopher, who's in Ohio, says, do you know gospel singer and pianist Sam Parker, who's in Chicago?
No, I do not.
Hmm.
I mean, I will look him up. I'm
Yeah,
always looking for new music to
for
listen
new.
to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jennifer, who's in Allentown, Pennsylvania, says, Julia, where is your Zen place? Do you like the
Hmm.
ocean or the mountains? She's a mountain woman. She asks every guest that. Now, I live along the
Okay.
coast. I grew up along the coast here, the East Coast. So
Yeah.
the ocean is, the rhythm and the sun
Sure.
setting and swimming in it and surfing it and walking the ocean and just the expansiveness of the ocean
Yes.
is a big thing here for me. But
Yeah.
how about you? And it doesn't even have to be mountains or ocean. It could be a garden. It could be studio in the studio.
Yeah.
Where is your Zen place?
Well, I will tell you, I truly have a place that I go in my mind. I was fortunate enough to travel to Australia and New Zealand when I was in high school, and I remember being on this, boat. There's this island behind me, and the boat is turning, and I have this beautiful view of pink clouds and yellow
Mm,
sky on the water. And that's the place I go to in my mind. But I think in my younger days I was more beach and ocean, and now I'm kind of realizing I am a little mountain as well. I've had the chance to do more hiking and some of that in the last few years than I ever have, and I really enjoy it. I'm a little bit of both now, I think. Yeah.
what is it? Donnie Marie, a little bit country, a little bit rock and
Yeah,
roll.
yeah. As long as I can get back to city, I'll go anywhere.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is Christopher has a little trivia for us here. He says Sam
Mm.
Parker had his own TV show in Chicago for 25 years and he toured with Aretha Franklin.
Oh, okay.
Hmm,
Okay.
that is really,
Man,
really cool. Now,
gosh.
Aretha is somebody, of course,
Oh
that
my gosh.
yeah, Aretha and Gladys Knight, Roberta Flack, some of them, Shaka Khan. I
Yes.
mean, some of these incredible, yeah.
Incredible. Shaka Khan, Rufus,
Tina
that
Turner.
man was, oh my gosh.
Yes,
Yeah. Tina
yeah.
is the ultimate. I could, like, I don't own many records, but they are Tina and Aretha and Roberta Flack. Those are the only actual records I carry, or those artists. So, man, and she would have put together a killer band. I mean,
oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Man.
So you're going to be making some gumbo, huh?
Yes, it's time. It's in the air.
And you had to be in Kansas City, otherwise we'd bring the bread.
Yes.
But maybe one of these days soon when we can do that. It would be awesome to get together in person. It would really be an honor and a pleasure,
yes, I would love
Julia.
that.
Of course, they're bringing up Etta James as well, another legend too.
Yes.
So you're getting through it all. You're still performing. Again, you've got an extraordinary voice. You have this real passion. Tim, a brilliant guitarist. You know, you guys are putting songs together, and there's some really cool things on the horizon, right? You know, COVID or otherwise, that let the music play, right?
Exactly. We are going to be playing music and writing songs, and again making sure that when we can be in front of an audience and have those great experiences again, we've got tons of music to give, and we're just making the best of it, really.
Absolutely. And you can find it on Spotify, Apple Music. You also have your website too, right?
Yes, you can visit juliahale.com, my YouTube channel with some of the videos you saw and more. I've got a nice playlist of stuff I've done in the past and more collaborations, so it's all there. We're going.
That's cool. Well, it was really awesome having you on the show, Julia.
Thank you.
I can't believe it's almost like an hour and a half that we've chatted. It feels like 20 minutes, doesn't it?
I know. I love it. This is so fun.
Oh, you're welcome back anytime. Keep me posted on cool projects, things you're working on. We'll definitely have you back. I would love to have you back on the show. We'll have some more music, more stuff happening as well. Christopher has another question, I guess, testing the trivia. Have you heard of Calvin Hughes? He played for both Aretha Franklin and Dorothy Norwood.
Was he a
It sounds very familiar, Calvin
Hughes. Was he a horn player?
Good question, Christopher. Yeah.
That name sounds familiar.
Doesn't it sound familiar? Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me know if he's a horn player or not. That rings a bell.
You're a lovity.
Yes.
You're a lovely, Julia.
Thank you.
Kathleen in New York City. Merlin in Canada says, thank you, Julia. Take care.
Thank you.
And Christopher asked the question about Calvin. Thank you, Julia. Come back. Love you.
Thank you.
And she's in Allentown, Pennsylvania. She is Zen. She liked hearing you say that you like the mountains too now.
Yes.
She's good. Yes. She can sleep tonight. Thanks, Julia, for sharing with us. Renee in Iowa. Kathy Short, you have a beautiful voice, Julia. Thanks for a great evening.
Thank you.
More love coming your way. Lovely person, beautiful voice from Marcia. Anne says, thank you, Julia. You are amazing and so talented.
Thank you. These are so great.
Can you handle it? Can you handle it?
Yeah, I need all these in a screenshot. I just need them.
And that's just it. Print them out and put them under the pillow, right?
Yeah.
I guess Calvin is a pianist and organist.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to research that. Yeah.
I will, man.
Did you ever see B.B. King?
Oh my gosh.
Her boyfriend took. Yeah, no. I did at B.B. King's in New York, which was amazing. Yeah,
of course. No,
really amazing.
Some of those legends I really would have loved to see. Gosh.
Yeah. Marilyn in Wichita says, thank you, Julia. You are now a lovity. So you're officially now. So what's cool is when you go into the supermarket this week, you can say, hey, excuse me, folks. I'm a lovity on the Jim Masters Show live, and it's been inducted and approved.
Yes, I feel like I've been knighted, or
this is like the Grammys. People say it gives them the same feeling as getting a Grammy.
Yes, a lovity.
which should be on that bucket list too. I'm sure
it is. It's on the vision board for sure.
Juanita in South Africa, great positive outlook on life, good conversation and lovely music. Thanks, Jim and Julia. Our pleasure. Yes. And Sherry, Christine says, thanks for such a positive conversation and for sharing your time and musical talents with us. Yes, you are a lovely for sure.
Thank you.
Christopher saw B.B. King in Toledo at the Masonic Auditorium.
Oh
Sherry, thank you so much for coming to Lovity Hall. You're definitely Lovity now. Please come back soon. So everybody wants you back for an encore.
I'll be back.
That's it. Like Schwarzenegger said, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
It was really fantastic getting a chance to chat with you, learn about your inspirations, the wonderful musical influences you've had with your family, your passions, your dreams, your desires, how you're getting through all of this, being creative, the wonderful music that you've created already with Tim and collaborated with others along the way, and wishing you nothing but continued success and blessings and joy, Julia. And
Thank you.
I hope the show met your expectations and you had as great a time with me and the Lovedies as I have had with you.
Thank you. I feel truly welcome, and this was a lot of fun. I would love to be back if you would have me.
Absolutely. You're welcome. Spread the word about the show. I hope you
Will.
continue watching. If you know of other folks that you think would like to hop on, spread the word. We can welcome them as well.
Will do.
Christopher says, what a lovely lady you are.
Thank you, Christopher.
Yes, another great show. Thank you very much. And Jennifer needs one more thing before she can sleep soundly. Julia, what's your favorite food? She loves Alaskan king crab.
Ooh, oh my gosh.
Well, gumbo, we know, because she's going to make that in just a second.
Yes, yes.
Tim
And
is
you know
probably
what?
pacing the kitchen saying,
Yeah, like let's eat.
let's go, let's go.
You know, I living in wonderful Kansas City, but I was actually born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, Milwaukee. I was just there
So-
last year on a
Oh
TV
yeah.
show. What a
Yeah,
cool
it's-
place. Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
And
I had the cheese
will forever-
curds. I had the beer. They said you had
Exactly.
to. And then I was actually interviewing a doctor
Mm.
for the television news segment. And then they took me all around. It was really terrific. And she's based in Waukesha.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we were in Waukesha.
That's
and then
where I
she
was
said,
born.
and it's a great town.
Yeah.
Really, there's a lot of flavor there. It's a great town. And then she said, okay, now we're going to take you into Milwaukee. And we went all around the water and just everything. And then she took me up to Holy Hill.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
That beautiful, it's the church that's way on top of this tremendous mountain. It's like
my
this
God.
major, it's a tourist destination, but it's
Sure.
like blessed by God. It's maybe about 45 minutes through the countryside, which is beautiful, north of Milwaukee. And it's this really high point and this gorgeous church with these spires that go up into heaven.
Oh,
And you
gosh.
can go to the top and you see the countryside of Wisconsin for
Oh my
miles.
gosh.
Holy Hill. And
Holy
I guess
Hill.
it's a pretty famous place. Beautiful place.
Yes.
Yeah, Wisconsin's a beautiful state.
Yeah. And I
You
am
know?
a cheesehead for life.
Oh, cheese is one of my favorites.
Oh
And if
my
you take
gosh.
cheese and mashed potatoes, everybody stop traffic.
Yes. I'm happy.
And the ice cream too. I had to have the ice
Oh my
cream
gosh.
because the dairy is so
Yes.
good.
Yes.
And actually, we went to their house, and her husband is a scientist, and the friends are scientists. And they're real beer lovers there.
Yeah.
So not only was it sampling beer in Milwaukee proper, but back
Sure.
at their house in Waukesha, they had a whole scientific system with all of these charts and measurements, and they actually brewed the beer, which was
Yeah.
like a 12-hour process
Yeah.
right there at the house, which
my
was really a
gosh.
cool thing to see. I mean,
That's
they take
awesome.
it seriously there in the Milwaukee area, their beer.
Yeah. My dad is a beer maker. I just attempted my first batch not too long ago.
Did you
so-
really?
Yeah, just a small batch, but I do love a good beer, and I like trying different things, so it's still in there.
Now, Kansas City is known for like their ribs and, all of the.
Yes.
Do you like that too?
We are a barbecue town. Yeah. I mean, I live very close to Gates Barbecue. I can smell it on my drive. It's close. It's never too far. So we make. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Burnt ends. It all. everything.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now I better let you go because now you're starving for that gumbo.
Yeah. No, I'm like, wait. Do I?
As you're
change?
making it, you're going to be eating it.
Yeah. Oh,
I tend to do that too.
well, you gotta taste.
You got to taste. Exactly. It's
Yeah.
considered part of cleaning up as you're going along.
Exactly.
Well, this was really fantastic. A great night. I'm so glad you made time for us here on the show when we put this together, you and I.
Yeah.
It was really exciting to have you here. You're welcome back anytime. And again, I wish you nothing but continued blessings. And let's stay connected, my friend.
I would love to. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank Tim for being patient as he paces through the kitchen, waiting for the gumbo.
That's right.
And we'll see you again soon, my friend. Okay.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. Isn't she terrific? A real lovety for sure. Absolutely. And Juanita says, beer and barbecue, that Julia should come to South Africa. I'm sure she would love to come to South Africa and maybe one day even perform there when we're able to do that. Christopher worked at the Anderson's General Store, and we used to get a giant cheese from Wisconsin at holiday time each year. Really nice. Jennifer Barry in Pennsylvania. I love barbecue. Oh yeah, bring it on. Remember, we were talking about doing a Lovity cruise. Remember, we're still putting that together. Everybody gets to go on this cruise, probably maybe sailing out of New York and then going off. I know we're talking about doing that. I did that with a couple of radio stations I worked with, and it was terrific. It sold out so quickly. A real cutie, Julia, absolutely, and very, very talented and very skilled. And a real professional. Julia, thank you so much. Come back soon. Absolutely. Good stuff. Lots of lovity here. Road trip for the lovities. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Gang, this was great. And hope you guys are having a great day as well. And I did want to make mention, we've got amazing guests. This is Michael Colby. He's an incredible lyricist and so much more. He's here tomorrow night. We have amazing guests coming up. The renowned Irish record producer, legendary record producer, and songwriter and musician Phil Coulter is going to be coming on November 15th. Glenn Scarpelli's coming on in November. He's a child star, CBS, the original One Day at a Time on CBS. He's going to be a guest on the show, and so many others. I do want to take a moment that here in the United States, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So you notice our font is pink in honor of that. And again, for those of you who might be experiencing that or have in the past, or a loved one is, we send you nothing but love, lovity, and all the best. And of course, as much funding as the different organizations. I used to host a show for the American Cancer Society. It was actually a public affairs show that I hosted and executive produced, and interviewed a lot of different people. And one of the toughest was when we brought in children. And there's a wonderful camp called the Hole in the Wall Camp that Paul Newman, the actor Paul Newman, had started. And it's for children to go to camp in the summertime who are dealing with cancer. So again, we're taking a moment to pause in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is a national situation happening here in the United States. I don't know if it's happening in other parts of the world, but for anybody watching wherever you are around the world, we send you nothing but love and blessing. I think there probably isn't any of us that hasn't known somebody who has been touched by cancer, the wrath of cancer. So, including, anybody watching themselves too. So send you lots of light and lovity. And again, having hosted the public affairs show for the Cancer Society, I know they're an amazing organization to support, as are most of them that are out there. Yes, Kathleen, I know Kathleen just lost her mom to cancer. And she's still going through that process, and she's shared it with us here on the show. Sending you lots of love and light. And I know that you've said that this show that we do every night puts a smile on your face, Kathleen. Kathleen and I are actually, personal friends too. We were on the Rachel Ray show together. We've done a lot of cool stuff together, and absolutely. God bless everyone who has fought or is fighting. You got it. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Marcia says, Christine says she's agreeing with Marcia Murphy Watson. Yes, for sure. When it's safe, we would all have a great time together. The lovelies on the road or some gathering. Antonio, Chef Colette, Antonio Garcia says, God bless you too as well. Kathy Short says, thanks, Jim, for another great guest. I'm so glad I found your show. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You as well. Continue to spread the word. You guys share the links. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, Twitch, and of course, Facebook at Jim Masters TV. Good night, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. We'll be back 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. That is tomorrow, every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're here every single day. Your mother-in-law is a breast cancer survivor. Your grandmother didn't survive her fight with it. Sending you love and light as well, Renee. And again, anybody that is going through it, we send you love and light. A big party of lovities with food, little ones, and pets. I know. I know when we talk about food, or when somebody's pet jumps on their lap, or a kid runs into a room. A lot of our guests sometimes do have to get up out of their chair and they scoot off because they got to charge their laptop, their battery, or whatever. It's really fun. It's really, really fun. Good night to you, Kathleen. I know you lost your dad to cancer. Your thyroid throat had spread. You're in remission. Well, we are praying for you as well. Praying for you as well. You're still a warrior fighting, Jennifer. Absolutely. You sure are. So again, this is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we're honoring everybody that is dealing with that or knows a loved one who is. You've got our prayers and all of our strength. And if you've lost somebody, of course, it's a sad time to remember, but do remember, and any kind of cancer, not just breast cancer. So I had a cousin that actually passed of breast cancer, and she had a mastectomy, and then she had a double, and still 5, 6, 7 years later, or 10 years later, still passed of it. You have a family friend that is a man that is fighting it right now too. It's not just women. That's right. It's both. Women tend to have an issue with it more, but men can get breast cancer as well. Breast Cancer Awareness Month here as well in South Africa. Great show again. Love Julia. Good night, Jim, and everyone. You as well. Another great show. Good night to all lovelies. Please stay safe. Sherry, we'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. An amazing guest tomorrow. Full week of incredible guests coming up. And even just having us together. That's the main thing. I mean, I started the show with no guests. I started just wanting to come on to talk to the audience as the host that I am and having a good time with you guys. Your ma'am passed away last year of breast cancer, metastasized to the lungs and the bones. That is very tough. Yeah, I had a relative where it went from breast to bone, and that could be horrific. Another great show. Good night to all lovelies. Please stay safe. You knew a man who died of breast cancer. They're checking your lymph nodes in your breast because your thyroid cancer spreads. It's good that they're doing that for you, Jennifer. Good night, Jim, and everyone. Thanks, Jim, for all your work. My pleasure. It's always a pleasure to have all of you here. And again, if you've missed any episodes of our extensive series, we're going on 24 weeks of the Jim Masters Show live. You can find them all there on YouTube for you at Jim Masters TV. All the characters are here. They say goodnight to you. I say goodnight. Thanks for being with us. Always a pleasure having you here. Share the levity. Continue letting everybody know about the show. We love having you guys here every night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on the Jim Masters Show live. Sorry I was quiet tonight, friends. I was ticketed out after a long birthday weekend for my teen, trying to cheer her up in this mess of COVID times. I know. I think all of us, I even have some days sometimes where it's just like you can't even go see relatives, and you have days where you just try to be up and positive and try to be, and that tends to be my personality anyway, but there's just so much stuff going on. Tuckered. Yeah. You were tuckered out. Yeah. Hopefully you'll get a smile on her face. All right, gang. Love you all. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate you being here every night or as often as you can. It's always a pleasure. You have a wonderful rest of your evening, or if you're just starting your day down under or wherever you happen to be. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host, Jim Masters. Always a pleasure to have you here. We try to entertain, inform, educate, have a good time, inspire each other with this entertainment lifestyle talk show series called The Jim Masters Show Live. Very down week for you. Well, we are glad that you are here, Renee, and hopefully this perked you up a little bit. That's what we try to do for everybody. Big community of levity we have here, and you're part of that, Renee. Hope things, you get more of a smile on your face soon. Have a good night, everyone. You as well. My pleasure, Renee. Absolutely. You're a fighter. Thank you, Christopher. Great show, night all. You as well. And don't forget, of course, and if you can, I think a lot of people from what they're saying could use this. Smile. Try to smile. Share the levity. We always say that on the show. That's sort of a accidental word we've coined for our show, levity, which we love. Find your Zen place. Mine is with loving family and friends, my work, music, cycling, writing, all of it. And of course, the ocean. And don't forget to relax, breathe from the diaphragm. Take care of one another, love one another, add some color to your life, do something different. Try a different outlook if it's not working for you, and spread the levity as much as you can. Some may say that sounds a little hokey, a little Pollyanna, a little too perfect. What the heck? Just do it, do what is right for you. Don't always listen to what everybody else says. Do what's right for you, what feels good for you. You're here on this planet right now. So breathe deeply, soak it all in, share it, and try to relax while you're doing it as best as you can. Not every day can we all do it, but be you. Don't always say what everybody else tells you you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to say and how you're supposed to live and all that other. You're here now, so just go and do you the best that you can, and then share that light with the world. We say that all the time, not just on this show. I've been saying that stuff for years. Jim, I hope you are completely healthy. Yes, I am lucky, very lucky, and our family is as well. Friends are. We're blessed, but you got to be very vigilant right now. Wear those masks, social distance, wash those hands. No way around that. You've got to do it. It's been proven. You have to do it. Because if we all do it together, maybe we'll get past this quickly. Big hugs to everyone. You too, Burnett. Burnett. I just renamed you. I shortened your name, Burnett. I'm thinking Carol Burnett. Bernadette. Jim, this show definitely spreads much needed light and love. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I would love more people to discover our show. Spread the word. We do it all the time, and people like to watch this later in the archives on YouTube. Tesla Bella said she and her husband have been watching episode after episode in the archives. I think that's really cool. Thanks for a great conversation tonight. Good night, Jim and lovely friends. We must stay strong together and spread positivity, levity best as we can. Levity hugs. You too, Christine. Pray for a good vaccine soon. Absolutely. We sure are. God bless us all. Good night, gang. We thank once again our extraordinary guest. She was really a hoot, wasn't she? A real spirited, passionate, and talented person. Julia Hale, a wonderful, wonderful individual. And again, we're so happy that she could join us here on the show. She fronts the group HAILE. She also has her own solo career, and she is amazing. And again, we appreciate her being here on the show. We'll have her back. All these guests always say they want to come back, so that's exciting. Some of the guests love being on the show so much, they've actually said, if anybody cancels last minute, call me up. I want to come right back on. And I think that's amazing. That's really amazing. All right, gang, we're going to wrap. Okay, so you be well. You take care. Have a good rest of your evening. Smile as much as you can. She's making some gumbo. Isn't she lucky? We're going to have a nice popsicle that's sitting in the freezer. Whatever you're doing tonight, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And thanks for joining us on the Jim Masters Show Live. I'm your host, Jim Masters. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here. Take care. All right, one more coming in. I know, just on the edge. Bye, Jim. Bye, Renee. See you, gang. Good having you with us as always. It's always a fun time. Great community that we're building here together, isn't it? Really something special in this show. All right, you take care. You be well. Good night.